Oops. Hold on. And I'm not wearing the right clothes. 2 seconds. Okay, that's better. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to more. Yes? Homestuck Beyond Canon. We're in the middle of a hiatus right now, but there are some important news updates that have come out since then. One that came out on April 24th, and one that just came out a couple of days ago. I say a couple of days ago, it was last week, on the 1st of July. And I believe that they are important enough to comment on. Besides, since we know when the comic's gonna be they say when the comic's coming back, and there's a little bit of a change that's gonna happen too. So let's actually get into it and stop rambling, Jen. Oh my gosh, stop talking, just get to the thing. Okay, so the first one we got is from April 24 here by James. Hi, James here. We had planned to announce the whole John and Vrishka makeship plush campaigns here and make a whole big deal out of it, but before we could even announce it, it was funded. If you're looking to get one yourself, check it out here. I, in fact, did. I purchased a John plush because I don't like Vrishka. Why would I buy a plush of Vrishka? Anyway, I'm currently sitting in an art dev meeting for Act 2 of Beyond Canon. I'm very excited for you to see these characters. This brings me to my next point. After a huge flash and several very art-intense updates, we'll finally be taking our long-awaited production break. The plan is to take a few short months to finish at-set production on Act 2's first few updates, an intermission update, and build up a buffer again. Since we'd like to start updating a little more often with smaller batches for pacing reasons, I'd like to give the artist some time to recuperate. In the meantime, we'll have some fun things planned, some streams and business as usual on the Patreon. We'll also be adding some previews and updates, sneak peeks for patrons, as well as doing a handful of giveaways, so keep an eye out. There will be some more makeship drops soon. In theory, all in pairs, every few months. The next pair is in development as we speak. Alright, thanks for reading. See you next time. Or will we? Time for the next one. Posted on July 1st, 2025 by the HICU team. James. Hi, James here. I'm gonna start off with a pretty big announcement. I'm stepping down from my position on Homestuck. Shock. I mean, it is a little bit of a shock. I'm not being completely dramatic about that. I mean, you did take that you did take that break for a little bit of time. But it's okay. Anyway, let's continue reading. I've been working on Homestuck stuff for over a decade. So have I. And in that time, there has been a lot of highs and lows, but it's been a great ride. This isn't a decision made lightly, but in short, I've decided to take a step back to ease up, take more time for myself, and look after my health. Effectively, this will include Beyond Canon, Hive Swap, and any of the handful of other projects I was involved in. I apologize that this was so sudden. And I understand that there will probably be some questions, but I'd like to be allowed a little privacy during this time. All future Homestuck official correspondence, licensing inquiries, and other communications can be directed towards the current team. I've already pulled back creatively for some time now in preparation for this transition, and I have faith in the team to take it from here. I'm really grateful for the time spent together, and proud to have been part of this for so long. Handing it off to Miles now. Yeah, James Roach is gone. I saw this, while I was just kind of scrolling past it, just kind of skimming through, and I was like, oh, okay, sure, that's a thing that happened. Oh, man, guess it is what it is. Bon voyage, James, we will miss you. You've done good work. You did a good job when it came to working with Beyond Canon. You got a team all set up to help take over the reins, and I'm sure that they will do a wonderful job, because you wouldn't hire sociopaths, would you? I mean, 1 in every 10 persons is a sociopath, and that's not your fault. But I'm just assuming that you didn't hire any of them. So, yeah. Sorry, that got really rambly and out of nowhere. This is why I need to script things. This is why I thrive off of scripts. Anyway, let's see what Miles has to say. And Kim. Hey y'all! First of all, I wanted to thank James immensely for all the work he's done for Homestuck over the years. He's left some pretty huge shoes to fill. That said, I'm nervous yet proud to announce that Kim and I are going to be stepping up as co-directors for Homestuck Beyond Canon from here on out, which I guess means each of us only has to fill one shoe. I'll try not to waste too much time grandstanding here because there's much more good stuff to get to, but I want to say on a personal note that this is a truly tremendous honor, and I am so thankful for the opportunity, both for the team and towards the incredible fans and patrons who read and support what it is we're doing here. There is so much in the pipeline. I'm beyond excited, beyond grateful, and beyond honored to help to be able to steer Beyond Canon. I'll stop saying beyond now, but seriously guys, I'm so proud of what we've done together and what we're going to continue to do. Kim, anything to add? Hello everyone. You may already be familiar with me as Homestuck Beyond Canon's art director, and I'm honored to reintroduce myself as a co-director with Miles. Since the beginning of the project, I've already been working hard to make this production run as smoothly as possible for the team and to successfully get this comic out to you guys. With my prior experience in managing and directing other collaborative projects, Miles and the team felt it was fitting that I would join alongside him here in this role as support. What do you mean by managing and directing other collaborative projects? Unfortunately for me, internet brain rotted that I am, my immediate thought was, oh, did you do multi-artist projects, like multi-animator projects? And I'm like, no, stop. It's like, you were on collaborative projects too that were not YouTube related. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm sorry. Anyway. But don't worry, I'll still be working hard as your art director too. I'll do my best to make sure everything continues to still be in tip-top shape, and I'm looking forward to this new chapter in both the story and our community as a whole. Let's work hard together. Miles. Miles here. Again? Someone shut this guy up. But seriously, pretty awesome words from a pretty awesome co-director. At the end of the day, though, you guys didn't come here to hear us talk about directors. Actually, that's literally why I'm here. You're here to hear us talk about Homestuck. It's been 2 months, but there's been a whole hell of a lot of work happening behind the scenes, and we're so happy to be back in your ears and on your newsfeed. A lot to cover for this one. So let's get right to it and start with the big question. Are we ever going to come back? No. Okay, I lied. We're actually going to be resuming updates in August. The team has been hard at work during our hiatus, actually, nobody's ever bothered to come up with a name for this pause, so it's just been a pause. At any rate, the pause is getting unpaused next month, and as I said, we've been hard at work cooking up a real Homestuck feast for you guys, capitalized. In the HICU kitchen, might even be a few sneak peeks on the Patreon soon. A whole new arc, a whole new act, new adventures, new flashes, maybe even a few new friends. There's a whole new on the lot of new on the horizon. We can't wait to share that new with you. In addition to the imminent return of the live updates, there's another big project coming soon. Oh yeah? Can't say too much about it yet, but soon means soon. Next month soon. I, for one, am really excited to see it come to fruition. This is something we've been working on for a while, and I'm gonna be so stoked when everyone finally gets to see it. While we're on the subject of other non-comic Homestuck stuff, I want to take some time to address the Homestuck website, which has fallen into a deep and peaceful slumber. That slumber is BS, because the website's job is to be awake, so we can all go read our favorite webcomic and laugh at all the antics of the main characters Fedora Freak and the Soup Knackrodiles from Lohak, and of course, Gamzee. Yeah, Fedora Freak, the main character. I'm happy to announce that we should hopefully be operational again pretty soon, so please stay tuned for that, and we'll keep you updated when it's finally back up and running. Well, is it back up and running? It's taking way too long to respond. It took way too long to respond. I don't think it's working yet. Anyway, what else? Well, yes, there are a few very cool things, but nothing else I can talk about right now, but soon. Soon, for sure. Hey, what the? Yeah, look at that. Solix and Aradia plushes are coming to makeship. What the? Well, whatever. Not like this is gonna be anything worth paying attention to in 2 weeks or anything. So yeah, next week, I guess, we're gonna get Solix and Aradia out for people to actually get and purchase, and I think I'm gonna skip on them, even though I do like me some Aradia. Not so much Solix, personally. If you like them, I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying I only have enough space on my shelves. But yeah, super exciting stuff on that. What, you thought you were gonna escape the Zatsu screen? Never. You will stay inside this very blurry cafe background with me while we talk. Let me just turn down the desktop audio. There's no need to have that. Okay. But oh man, guys. Oh man. Super exciting stuff, I'd say. Now, you're probably wondering, Jen, why do you have a Zatsu screen? There's really nothing else. There's nothing for you to talk about, literally. And I'm like, you would be wrong. You'd be wrong. Suckers. Let me get the Scalemate plush out. He's only going to be here for a little bit. Scalemate plush is only going to be here for a little bit, because I just want to say that, goodness, I'm sad that Fulgur graduated and that he's gone. I'm so sad. It's one of those things where you don't realize that someone's your Kami Oshi until, like, you know, they say they're leaving and you're like, wait. I like watch them obsessively. Oh no. So that is going to be sad. But I know where he's going, so it's not that big of a loss. I look forward to seeing Mr. Falcon Ku when he emerges from his deep slumber. Excitement abounds. Anyway, what else can I talk about that? Get the plush off the screen. Okay. So one thing I will mention, Bell County Comic Con is coming up, and I'm super excited. There's a lot of really big names this year, like what the hell? Why are you here? Level names. I was like, huh. We got like Ginny Weasley. We got Samwise Gamgee. We got Samwise. We got a couple different comic artists from around. Flork's back. Flork is never going to leave, which means he probably is going to have his girls there. I still haven't watched a single one of Flork's VTubers, and I'm sorry about that. But the one name that stood out very much, Dante Bosco. What is he doing here? What is he doing here? Why is he in my hood? Get him out of my hood. Why? What? This doesn't do well. My Delulu senses are tingling, and I don't like that when that happens. Granted, I don't know how the whole, like, bringing people to conventions things works. Like, do people have to recommend people, or can people just sign up for conventions and be like, hey, do you want me there? Because I'll go to the convention if you say yes. Because, I don't know. This seems way too suspicious. Why is one of the kings of the Homestuck fandom here? In this random convention in the middle of effing nowhere, Texas. Yeah. So that should be interesting. Should I actually try to talk to him? I'm a little nervous to do that. I'm afraid I'm gonna stick my foot in it again like I did with Flork last year. Granted, this guy would be okay if I said, hey, Carcat? And he'd be like, oh, yes. Potentially. Either that or he'd be like, oh my gosh, you're a Homestuck. Hi? Though the worst Delulu thing that could actually happen would be if he, like, saw me from across the way and was like, hey, I know you, you freak, you little freak. And I'll be like, oh no, 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 no. And I'd die of embarrassment. And probably the staff members working there who are like assisting Dante will be like, what the heck is going on? But that's just me being Delulu. It's fun to be Delulu on the internet because no one's there to stop you. Anyway, what else? Oh, yeah, that's right. There should be another video coming out where I literally just talk about VTuber brain rot. You don't need to watch that if you don't want to. So I will see you guys all next time for when Homestuck Beyond Canon finally returns. I will see you guys all then. Bye-bye.
Hey there. Consider becoming a patron, just like the phenomenal Alexander, Madeline, Ashley, and our newest member, Mr. Anonymous. You've got a lot of brilliant theory ideas, mate. It's just too bad Jen isn't smart enough to understand them. So sorry about that.